After a very long time trying to park the car, I finally made it. Yeah, I had to park all the way out in Bangladesh, but that's all right. Yeah, that's what I was dealing with just a few moments ago. It is very busy today at the resort. I mean, it's the holiday season. It's gonna be crowded. If you are coming to the parks here in the next few months, just brace for it. And before I forget, hello everyone, welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan, and yeah, we're cruising around the Disneyland Resort today to check up on mainly a lot of the construction stuff. There's been a lot of work happening at the parks lately, and a few other new things have popped up, so I'm going to cover all of that and more in today's video. So how about you and I dive right in? Made it to the security check, but yeah, we're not dealing with that madness. We're going to go right through downtown Disney because there's some updates going on over there. Yeah, if you don't mind walking, sometimes it's a lot faster than waiting for the security. It takes forever over there, and there's that long of a line. So my advice, if you don't mind walking, just walk through downtown Disney. Less than 5-minute walk, but you know what? We're not going to deal with this nonsense either. You're going to just keep walking this way towards the hotels. So I'll tell you a little secret. A lot of people don't realize that there's 2 more security checkpoints around the corner. I mean, what it comes down to is Disney just needs to upgrade the security system here at the Disneyland Resort. They're pretty much the last out of all the Disney parks to adopt any sort of new tech. Every other Disney property around the world has a new security system that's way more efficient. They're still doing the old school stuff here where they dig through your bag by hand. Like, that's, come on Disney. Get with it. Even at Walt Disney World, they have the new scanners, which are amazing. Love the scanners over there. In Tokyo, it's just the same deal. Walk through a scanner, and there's like 800 million cast members there to help you, so it's super quick. Disneyland Paris, they have the same system as Universal Studios. So, I mean, come on. Why are we, what's going on here? Why are we so far behind? Oh yeah, much better. And well, bam, I've made it through successfully. Yeah, those lines over there were brutal. Don't waste your time with that. That is just silly. Oh, that's interesting. This wall is starting to change colors. It's like a yellowish like tint now. It looks kind of dirty. Wonder what's going on with the material that they're using here. Because yeah, it's clearly, I don't know if you can kind of see it on camera, but in person, it's pretty gross looking. Yeah, you can kind of see the difference here. Like this is white, and then this is, yeah, it's starting to fade. I don't know what's it. Maybe it is like sun fading. Well, across from Din Tai Fung, the Parkside Marketplace is looking really nice. It's going to be opening up this winter, so very, very soon. And also on the other end over there, they're going to be opening up 2 new shops, the Avengers shop and then the DeLanders shop. So that'll all be in that corner. So thankfully, all the walls will be coming down here very, very soon. Yeah, it's gonna be really nice to have some more food options here in downtown Disney as well. So I'm really looking forward to all the goodies that are gonna be inside this location. And of course, some more opportunities for those that wanna shop some more across the way. And if you're wondering where they're storing all of the food that's gonna be going into this location, it's actually in these presents right here. All of the food and beverage stuff, it's just in here. Ooh, look at this, the Lego shop got some paint. The yellow is no more. Yeah, this store's getting a major refresh, which is nice because they haven't touched this since like downtown Disney opened. Looks like work hasn't started just yet on this location, which judging from the concept art, looks like this is gonna be demoed. Now, the 2 food joints coming to this location are Arthur & Sons Steak and Bourbon, and then Pearl's Roadside Barbecue. I believe that's what the names are. I'll double check. But yeah, I think they're gonna demo this whole thing and maybe save what they can for the new buildings, but the quick service is probably going to be located right here, then the rest of the restaurant will be right here. Now, because of the build out, I'm not expecting these to open up until sometime in 2026 or even 2027. Now, if we're lucky, it'll be sometime early 2026, but again, that also depends on how much of the building they want to save, because if they save quite a bit of it, then that'll obviously help towards a speedy construction process. And again, if you're wondering where they're storing all of the construction material, it's right here in this box. I know, it's pretty impressive how much they can fit in there. It's like Mary Poppins. The construction process could be relatively quick. I mean, you never know. They did have Godzilla take down the sign, as you can see from the claw marks, so they might have him come back to take the building down. Now, really quickly, voiceover Dylan here. Here's some concept art of what these 2 restaurants are supposed to look like upon completion. Remember, one of them is supposed to just be a quick service style location, and that is the barbecue restaurant. The other one is more of like a casual sit down place, and that will be the steakhouse. So again, I'm really excited about these locations. Still a little sad that Tortilla Joe's left us, but it's okay because we have some new Mexican offerings at downtown Disney. But overall, I think the steakhouse is going to do really well. Originally, I thought it was going to be STK like they have over at Disney Springs, but we have something completely different for our outdoor shopping area. So it is nice to see something a little bit fresh for the downtown Disney district. And yeah, I really hope the food is good. And it even says in the press release that they're going to have a huge selection of different bourbons. So that's another thing that I'll be looking forward to as well, to try some of the new cocktails that they're going to have at this new steakhouse. Let's continue the journey through downtown Disney. One of these days we're going to have to go back to Centrico or Paseo, one of the two, to grab some lunch or something. The wonderful world of sweets is moving along. You can see they're starting to put the decals up on the outside of the building, and they've added some paint here to some of the steel beams. This is all supposed to open up in the winter as well. So again, it could be anytime between now and like February or March. Now, very quickly, this is what the interior looks like for the wonderful world of sweets. Looks really good, I gotta say. I love this look a lot better than the old look. It's got a nice whimsical theme going on, which is a lot better than a lot of the generic stuff that Disney's been doing lately. But one big piece of news for the wonderful world of sweets is that we're getting some caramel corn inside this location, but not just any caramel corn. We're getting the Werther's caramel corn, just like what you can get at Epcot at Walt Disney World. And boy, oh boy, you can bet that I will be at this location every single day. Every single day I will be getting caramel corn. So if you're trying to find me in the parks or whatever, well, just look no further than the wonderful world of sweets, because that's amazing news. The fact that we're getting Werther's caramel corn, that's going to be so popular in the downtown Disney district, because it's already really popular at Epcot. So I can only imagine how it's going to do at Disneyland. Let's make our way into California Adventure, and then we're gonna finish it off with Disneyland. Now, before we enter the park, just a couple more downtown Disney tidbits. I'm noticing that more of the ODV carts, the outdoor vending carts, are being updated to their new look. And if you're wondering about work on Porto's, it hasn't started just yet. And like the two restaurant concepts at the former Tortilla Joe's location, I'm not expecting this new Porto's to open up until sometime 2026 at the earliest. Again, it all depends on how construction moves. And again, if they have Godzilla working on that project, then things might go a lot faster. And just before we move on to the rest of the video, here's two more images of what Porto's is supposed to look like upon completion. The exterior of the building looks completely different. So this is going to be a night and day difference. And then as far as the interior looks really nice as well. And this will be the first Porto's location to feature table service and a bar. So I think that is going to be a huge win for Porto's and the downtown Disney district. It's super popular as it is already. If you've ever been to a Porto's, there's always a line. There's always a line. There's always people there. So I think this location at downtown Disney might be one of their most profitable locations that they have, without a doubt. Just like how all these other restaurants kind of call downtown Disney home, they end up being super popular. I mean, look at Din Tai Fung. Din Tai Fung is insanely popular. That place is making more than 10 cents a day, I guarantee it. And I think the same is going to go for Porto's. So I'll be keeping an eye out on all of these projects in downtown Disney in the coming weeks and months. Here at the front of California Adventure, they're still working on the new entrance turnstiles. They've been working on this for quite some time, so I have a feeling that this entire project is going to take a while. But a welcome change. I'm super excited for the new entry. Should be a lot more efficient, and definitely very similar to the Disneyland Paris entry system. If you've ever been to Disneyland Paris, very, very similar on the entry and exit points. Again, if they can only just update the security now. Nothing crazy going on in Grizzly Peak, but you know what? I wanted to take my time walking through this land because it really is one of my favorite spots in the park. And the temperature drops like another 10 degrees when you're over here just because of all the trees. But it is gorgeous, especially during the winter. It's all very tranquil, especially with the water adding to the environment. I love it. I really do. It is a really cool spot of the park, and I'm so happy that they've kept it since opening day. And it looks 100 times better than what it did on opening day because all the trees have now kind of fully grown. But yeah, it's just really nice. And you can see a lot of people are enjoying Grizzly River Run today. It's not super hot. It feels really nice, but might not have that long of a wait. That's probably why people are jumping on it really quick. Oh yeah, just like I thought, complete walk-on. Well, almost a walk-on, but it's just like right there. So not too bad at all. I can see why a lot of people are wanting to knock it off the list. Now over here at the Little Mermaid and the Temple of the Forbidden Seashell, it looks like it is closed for today. And it's probably because of all the work happening on the other end, which we're gonna take a look at right now. Yeah, still a lot of work happening on this end of the queue. Trying to figure out what is going on. I'm not really sure. Again, I'm thinking it's a 900-foot tall roller coaster. I always keep my fingers crossed for it, that or a cotton candy stand. It's one of the two. And visibly, there's just not much going on. So yeah, I have no idea what they're working on. It could be some infrastructure stuff down here. Uh-oh, looks like Mr. Potato Head is off on lunch. Hopefully he comes back soon. Well, depending on the lunch, if it's a good catering today, then it's gonna be a while. Chilling down over here by the launch track for Incredicoaster, and yeah, there's really not too much construction happening on the pier, which is great. That means that everything else is pretty much up and running. You don't have to worry about obstructions or anything like that. It's just Little Mermaid for right now. Oh wow, there's like a cavalcade happening across the bay there too. Oh, here comes Incredicoaster. Oh yeah, awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, super easy here on the pier to navigate around things because you don't have to deal with the construction fences or anything. But let's continue the journey to Cars Land, where there's some new developments over there. Oh, and fun fact, when I used to work here a few years ago, this is one of the locations I used to work at right here. This was before they switched it to the Pixar pier theme. This was just the Paradise Pier theme, and this was a turkey leg stand. Now they sell chicken legs, but yeah, this is one of the locations I worked at. Oh wow, look at this. Even though the park is jammed, the line for Incredicoaster is not that long. So yeah, take advantage of it when it's like this, because this is like a 10-minute wait. Oh, we gotta get this shot right here for my coaster nerds. My fellow coaster nerds out there love these transfer tracks like I do. So train gets sent out from the station, and then once the train clears the sensor, the track switch will happen. There she goes. And there you go, it just waits for the next dispatch. Still one of the best reveals you're gonna get in a theme park. I mean, look at that. That never gets old. That literally never gets old. The design is top tier for sure. Like, this is Tokyo Disney level kind of stuff we're looking at. If you've never been to the Tokyo Disney Resort, this is pretty much what you're dealing with, but everywhere, especially at Disney Sea. Yeah, it is gorgeous. And it makes it even better when it's a beautiful day like today. Okay, made it to the Cozy Cone with the major breaking news. Yeah, they extended the seating area, which is very nice. This was a welcome change. Now, what's awesome is they didn't sacrifice the quality of the theming in this area for the efficiency card. Like they wanted to make this area a little bit more efficient and add more seating, but also you want to save the integrity of the land. And I think they were able to do that quite nicely. This is a nice little seating area. There's plenty of shade. They kept a lot of the trees, and they've pretty much doubled the seating. I would say maybe even tripled the seating capacity here. And speaking of the Cozy Cone, look at all of the work walls that are surrounding this area. So I wonder if they're kind of doing a little infrastructure project or maybe updating the seating area in this section. Yeah, and don't worry, you can still access all the cones. So if you're mobile ordering something or just want to walk up, the construction doesn't affect that. It just affects, obviously, the amount of people that can be in this area for right now. But yeah, this could be anything. It could be a utility project, it could be some flooring, or it could be some permanent tables and chairs. You never know. Made it to Superhero Land. And yeah, they haven't started construction on any of the new things just yet, but it is going to be exciting when they do, because this land desperately needs it. 2 new attractions are coming here in this area right over there. So that's going to be really, really fun when those open up. That way we have a little bit more to do here in Avengers Hallway, because right now, yeah, it's just a whole lot of not much. And just like the pier, Avengers Campus and the Hollywood area of the park don't have anything major happening right now, so pretty easy to navigate. That's pretty much all the noteworthy stuff over here at DCA, so let's jump ship to Disneyland side to check out what's going on over there. Gotta say, there was a pretty lengthy line to get into Disneyland side, but it's all good. We got that monorail shot, so all is great. And upon entering the park, yeah, they're still working on the train station. Hopefully this will be wrapping up here very, very soon. And just like over at DCA here at Disneyland, they're working on the new entrance turnstiles. Now, if you're wondering how the construction crews get to the job site, well, they use these. That's why this is parked outside. So only one crew member is working today on this. And that's why it could be taking a little bit longer than usual, because there's only one person working today. But yeah, this is crew member parking. And look at this. Another roller coaster is being built right outside the train station. That's probably going to be a sightline nightmare. Oh, heck yeah. We got the horse-drawn trolley action happening. Calm down. It's traveling at 80 miles an hour. I hope those people have their seatbelts buckled. Yeah, horse-drawn trolley is no joke. Make sure to tug on the yellow safety tabs when you board. Yeah, just right off the bat, you can tell that Disneyland side is a lot busier than DCA. which, I don't know, I was kind of thinking that DCA was going to be more busy just because they're doing Festival of the Holidays over there and they got a bunch of great food, which, by the way, if you haven't checked out that vlog, the opening day of the holidays here at the resort, be sure to do that. And the food at Festival of the Holidays was really good. Probably one of my favorite Festival of the Holidays that they've done in a long time. Let's head over to where Pixie Hollow is. Looks like a lot of people are lining up for the live presentation of Theme Park Obsession. Yeah, I do live shows every Tuesday, so that's what these people are waiting for. Pixie Hollow Watch 2024. Yeah, you can see over here that they've pushed the construction fence closer to the inside of the project, revealing the pathway, so that eases up some congestion. Don't really know what's going on here. It might just be some aesthetic stuff. It looks like this is new, but then again, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been over here. So it could be new, it could be old. We're just gonna pretend that it's new just to make it more exciting. I'm always keeping it exciting here on Theme Park Obsession. I mean, even with updates like this, you gotta keep it exciting. You gotta keep people on their toes. You know, one instance we're talking about what's happening to Pixie Hollow, then quickly in the blink of an eye, boom, we're starting to talk about the castle now. See the change there? Yeah, you won't find these kind of changes on any other channel, and that's why I always encourage you guys to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, so we can experience those big night and day difference changes together. But in all seriousness, yeah, I think this is just an aesthetic project. I don't think they're doing anything major here. I don't think they're bringing back the House of the Future. You know, that would be pretty awesome, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Going back to the House of the Future though, that would be pretty legit if they brought something like that back in this location, because this is where it used to sit. And if they ever redo Tomorrowland, I've always thought that they should just redo Tomorrowland as an atomic, you know, like 1950s version of the future. That way it kind of stays timeless. If you're always trying to catch up with the future, you're never going to be relevant. You're always going to have to play catch up. Whereas if you just theme it to one theme, like an atomic, spacey kind of vintage vibe, well, then it stays like that forever. And I think that would be kind of cool. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Some of you probably got the chills listening to that. See, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. This is the hardcore stuff that a lot of you have to be prepared for. Oh yeah, Mark Twain sailing on by. Well, about to sail on by. We're making our way over towards Tiana's Bayou Adventure and the Haunted Mansion area. But I figure why not enjoy this little moment here. I haven't been on the Mark Twain in a while. We'll have to jump on it here in the next couple visits. And they used this for the media event the other day for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, so that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm super excited to walk through the new section of queue here at Haunted Mansion. They're still working on a lot of things. This will probably be done though relatively soon, because I wasn't expecting them to take the walls down this soon just for this section, but they did. And yeah, I mean, like I pointed out before in the previous videos, it looks really, really good. And I love how there's like a little bit of a separation now with these areas, and it kind of feels immersive already just from me standing right here. So I can't wait to see what it's like when we're walking through this new area of queue. And then just peeking around the corner, crews are working on the greenhouse section of the queue right now. And yeah, the fact that there's crew members on site still, I have a feeling that this is going to be finished maybe in the next, I don't know, let's say 2 weeks or so, and I think it'll be ready to go. Because the goal here is that Disney doesn't want to have to deal with the virtual queue for a while with this ride, because they're already having to deal with it for Tiana's. And the parks are going to get even busier as we inch closer to the holidays. So the more people you can fit in here, the less people you have to deal with kind of just hanging out, because you notice a lot of people are just hanging out over here because they're waiting for their virtual queue. So if you get rid of that, then yeah, everyone's just hanging out over here. So I have a feeling it's going to be a couple weeks. And also, I just noticed these little guys right here, the little gargoyles. How cute are those? That's awesome. It's those little details that I really love, and I'm glad they're still doing to a lot of these big renovation projects they have going around the park. And just a little refresher, yeah, I do love this. I think this is really cool looking. It's beautifully done. Can't wait for them to turn the fountain on. And I wonder if there's a fountain on the other end. I wonder if it's double-sided. Could be, never know. We're gonna find out here very soon once the walls come down and we're able to walk the queue. And maybe there's another fountain effect somewhere near the greenhouse section. It's kind of hard to get shots of it because of the greenery and the props and everything, but yeah, maybe there's a fountain on the other end of this wall too. You know what would be really awesome is if we had a fog effect in here, like when you're going on Tower of Terror in Florida, they have like that me fog, the misters and the planters that are going off. Oh, that would be next level cool over here. A lovely cast member let me come in here really quick just to get some of these segments. And yeah, we'll be able to walk in through this. I'm assuming one of these signs is lightning lane. I'm not really sure which side it is, or maybe both are for standard queue. But some of these little details that I just haven't really pointed out before, I am loving. Like, look at how awesome that is. See, what is this made out of? Oh yeah, this is legit. There's some more of these little statues scattered around the garden as well. And if you look off in the distance around the corner, you can see that they are still working on the greenery. So more greenery is going in, which is cool. And then eventually, over the next couple years, once all this stuff grows in, especially this tree right here, this tree is gnarly. So once it gets a little taller, that'll provide some great atmosphere. Now, I was able to peek around the corner to see if there was a fountain on the other end of the fence, and I didn't see a fountain. At least it didn't look like it. Again, we're just gonna have to wait until they open up the queue. But besides that, everything in that area is looking really nice. I'm glad that they were able to extend the queue to improve the efficiency over there, but also keep the charm of that area as well, because that was one thing I'm always really worried about when they do these big projects is let's keep the charm, and that's what makes the park unique. So I'm glad they kept it in that area. Oh, look at this over here at Tiana's Bayou Adventure. She is down for the count. Tiana's has been having some issues lately. On its opening day, it was having some technical issues, and the boarding group situation wasn't helping. We didn't end up going on it at all. I've only been on it once here in California, which, you know, is fine. That's all I need for right now. I'll wait a few more months if I have to. But it's kind of unfortunate because there's a lot of people that are here at the park that really want to enjoy this, especially after Disney has advertised that this is now open and ready to go. But yeah, it has been going through it. And it's not just our version here in California. The version in Florida still has hiccups here and there, which is pretty odd because Splash Mountain / Tiana's Bayou Adventure, they're really efficient attractions. So I'm wondering what the issue is with this new rendition of it. Is it the animatronics? Are the animatronics having some problems? I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it though. Just keep in mind that if you are coming to the park here in the next few weeks, at the time of making this video, it's probably gonna have some downtime. I wonder how long it's been down. They just turned the audio back on, so that's a good sign. I wonder if it is an animatronic issue. The animatronics do play a very big role in this attraction, and there's quite a few of them, so I would assume that if, you know, a big section goes down, yeah, you don't want to run it because then it would look silly. So maybe that's the problem, or maybe it's some other technical issue that's happening. But again, it's weird that it's happening on both coasts. Well, they're definitely cycling a lot. The logs are coming in like crazy, so yeah, maybe it'll open back up. I did not try for a boarding group today. I wasn't even gonna deal with that. I've been talking to some people today that watch the channel. They were telling me that it's just nearly impossible to get the boarding group. It goes out in literally seconds. And yeah, it's like Rise of the Resistance all over again. But I feel like this one is more anxiety ridden than Rise of the Resistance was. I feel like with Rise, I was able to get him relatively quickly. With this one, like, yeah, again, on opening day, I didn't get a boarding group at all. And they do 3 different boarding groups for Tiana's. They do a 7 a.m., a noon, and a 4 p.m. And all 3 of them, no luck at all. I really like this view too because you can see the aftermath when people get totally drenched. Sometimes the log's going like Mach 7 down the hill and the wave of water, like it's just so intense. Right now it's not much because there's nobody in the log, but oh yeah. You get drenched on this thing. Made it inside Ray's Berets really quickly. And one thing I just thought about is like, why don't they have a bunch of custom hats for Tiana's Bayou Adventure? They obviously have all the ears and they do have some new Tiana's Bayou Adventure ears, but where are all of the attraction specific hats? You know, they got some generic stuff obviously, but like, come on, I want to see some Tiana's Bayou Adventure stuff. These are pretty cute though. These little critters, $24.99 for one of Tiana's friends. Looks like they're preparing to open the attraction back up. I'm curious to see what boarding group they're on because boarding groups obviously been paused right now. I'll check back on the app and I'll let you know what boarding group they're on because that'll tell us how long this ride's been down for. Okay, I checked the boarding groups because they resumed them. They're on 83. So doing a little bit better than opening day, but not by much. So it's been going up and down all morning. Successfully made it out of the park. Yeah, that was kind of brutal walking out. It got really packed in Adventureland and I was like, you know what? No, I gotta focus here. I gotta focus on getting out. I made it, barely. I have a lot of scratches and bruises though. It was a brutal fight, especially over by Tiki Room. Well, that is gonna do it for today's Disneyland construction update video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Disneyland or some of your other favorite theme parks, well, you should consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Don't forget to follow me over at Instagram and X as well. Those links will be down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.